I'm going to talk on the manager's role in the interference of the legal aspects. So in the morning class also I spoke to you and I have good detailed information about on behalf of the principal or on the behalf of the employer, he can do any kind of law related transaction as per the agreement. Now, afternoon session also again I'm going to focusing on invitation to do business. You need to be understand one thing very clearly whether you are giving invitation to manager or to the principal, because manager he will consider invitation not for him according to the principal absence, or principal was directed to taking care of by the entire businesses, so that I'm going to manage it. So you are giving invitation to me to handle or to continue by the existing agreements or by the contracts. But if in case I'm considering that this invitation as a fresh, in most of the cases you don't know who I am, I don't know who are you. Now we both are trying to entering into the contract. In this situation, how we need to manage, how we can able to run by our business entity. Most of the time, what the business officials will be taking that by considering the invitation, whether this is open invitation or by the closed type of invitation. Open invitation means anybody can participate. Closed invitation means specified people only can be entering into the contract, and for them alone they will arrange meeting. For them alone they will accept about the contracts. Now we must be clear that this is an open invitation, so anybody can be participate. According to our understanding, you are going to see that the government tenders. So government tenders are which is going to be open for everyone. So whoever is interested to deal about by the project, who are all involved in the contract businesses, they can actually participate and they can join as a biddies. Now, if in case the closed invitation, they are saying like this invitation not for all. This is only for the certain specified people only. In that situation, you are not eligible for joining. So we must be know that this is an open invitation or for the closed type of invitation. Second point, which is talking on that purchasing official issues, which is going to be called as request for quotation. So now in this point has given that clarity about invitation. You are giving a quotation to that I can able to join in your business. I can able to complete by the contract. So this is like a open kind of invitation. I can give my quotation. You can give your quotation. So like that, everybody can give their quotation. Whoever quote that the best one, and the contract will goes to them. So quotation also will be like an important point, which is going to be decide to whom we need to give the contract. Even for your now you are in fourth year. When you come to the fifth year MBA, you will be having project. So what we are doing is we are giving the best panel to the controller of examination, 3 members panel. So in this three members panel, one member will be selected by vice chancellor or by the controller of examination. On what base they are going to select the panel members, which is going to be depending on their experience in research projects and as well as their academic ranking. Relatively, they are going to appoint somebody as a examiner for your projects. Here also, when it comes to the invitation, they will see that who are all quoted that lowest price. So whoever quote that lowest price and relatively they will be give orders to them. So RFQ is a regular phenomena and everybody is frequently using this RFQ. So this is not a new term to us. RFQ is an excellent way of buying to test the market without any kind of making the legal commitment to purchase. Of course, we are giving that the best quotation to you, whereas I'm not mentioning about any legal terms. When it will come the legal terms, once you are okay with my price, and then we are going for the legal terms discussion, or else they will mention at the time of invitation what kind of quotation was this, what are all the components are involving in that, what you supposed to do. If you are able to fulfill all these futures, and relatively they will expect what is your quotation price. So two ways, price based they will go for the negotiation, or else what are the qualities they are required they will give you before itself, and relatively they are going to select that any kind of legal terms. Next, RFQ lack of intent component. In the quotation, we are talking about price related issues or whatever the specifications you are interested to do, and you will be give all your requirements with the relative to the prices or your quoted amount. Apart from that, it is not at all having any kind of intent component. Once you are okay with the prices, and they will start to go for the negotiation discussion. So after the discussion, they will confirm the projects to them. If in case they are not okay with that, and next who quoted that next list price, and they will call for the meeting. So this is a general process where we can able to find out the government companies will following to select about by the best projects to them. Sometime what will happen, the component or by the intent was missing, documents were merely an invitation to bid. I want to add some sort of document that was missed at the time of quotation. Even if it is an important document, definitely they will make sure to call you. Some documents are missing. Please send the revised quotation. If it is not so important, but those kind of documents were missing, and they will tell you if you are shortlisted, then definitely you need to be submitted by the those kind of documents. So when you make sure to entering into the contract, you should have all kind of proofs whatever you are talking. Once invitation to business in another legal term where you can able to call it as a offers. So what is offer? So in the earlier when you are in the first semester, I was handled a subject called business law. So in the business law, we are having the concept called offer and acceptance. Offer is like a open-ended offer. I can able to give offer to anybody else, and relatively anybody can be accepted. Now here in this picture, I'm just highlighting. Here one person is giving an offer. So what is his offer? I will pay $50 per hour for editing my book. If anybody interested to edit my book per hour, I'm paying you $50. And offer was given by one gentleman and one woman was accepted. She's saying like, I will take the editing job. Then automatically there is a contract between offerer and as such as offering. Now, the same phenomena here also, the agents will receive n number of offers, but finally we are going to select one offer only. But the moment you are going to be selecting the one offer, that should be containing these are the important points that you need to be mentioned very clearly. I'm very much interested about to join in the contract. Your intent has to be very clearly mentioned in the offer letter. Next, not only to have by the intention, but also that your intention has to be reached to the offerer. Whoever offered that, your intention has to reach to them. So the moment the intention reaches to the offerer, then he will see that the subject matters. The subject matter, are you enough caliber to completing of the particular work or not? Yes. And then definitely they will give you the work. Otherwise, simply they will reject your offers. So this is what the picture also saying. It shows that intent to enter. It shows that intention somebody should be entering into the contract and make a definite offer, communicate offer to the offeree. So you are interested for doing this job, you need to inform to him and then only he will be accepted. And she's conveying that the entire message. Yes, I'm very much interested about the offer. I will do the all the transaction. And then ultimately there is a offer and acceptance between the both the parties and the contract will be created. Next one, counter offer. So counter offer in the sense of the person who has given that offer, relatively they will give that another offer. For example, in the offer I mentioned you like, if you complete this target, if you complete this work, definitely I will give you 10,000 rupees. I'm telling you, don't give me 10,000 rupees. I'm giving you the counter offer. Give me 10,000 rupees worth of gold. So in the negotiation, we both are agreed, we both are accepted, and then definitely we'll have the contract. So in the negotiation process between the buyers and the sellers usually lead to the many offers and counter offers. I will do this work for you and I don't want money. You can also do some sort of favorable work for me so that I will be very happy. Then definitely I'm going to do this counter offer to you. So mutually they are accepted and they are completing by the task. Next, in the offer, counter offer, we need to be understand certain points by very clearly. That is like how long we can able to accept this offer. Sometime what will happen? Offer will be outdated. Now we are seeing some sort of products like Kurkure or Lays. They are saying like if you bought this product, backside of this product will be having a wrapper. If you crash this wrapper and if you call to the Airtel number, you will be getting 2 GB data is a free of cost. This is valid for up to July 31st. If you bought this same lace pack in the month of August, if you are trying to use it, it cannot be worked out because offer was outdated. Sometimes what will happen? They have given the offer. At the same time, immediately they inform it to the public, we have given this offer and now we decided we are going to reject this offer and we are conveying our apologies and regret about this offer. Sometimes they will convey the message to the public and immediately if they cancel this offer, they should openly inform to the public. Otherwise, public will think like, yes, this offer is available so that they will climb in front of the court and you need to pay for it. Third one, the offer is revoked by the seller before the acceptance. Sometimes what will happen? The offer was cancelled. So here officially rejected. This is offer who has given that offer, and he is going to be closed before the acceptance of the offering. Before you are accepting, I'm just cancelling by the or revoked by the offers. Next, the offer is accepted by the buyer. Or else I have given an offer, you are accepted, I have selected you. So after that, the offer will be wind up. So it cannot able to continue with hereafter because I have given offer and I found that a right and suitable person for the completion of the task. Next, oral contracts. Every day we are doing many contracts by orally. We cannot able to do the contract every time on paper by a telecall or by the app or some other ways we are doing that transaction. For example, nowadays what people are doing is they are giving some sort of products orders through the mobile app. You are feeling hungry, you just open your Zomato and you can give your order. So the moment you have given the order, the Zomato boy will definitely will make a call. Sir, we received order from you. Can I confirm it? Yes, you just confirm it. And immediately you may ask a question, how long it will take? He will tell you like half an hour or 1 hour, and within the stipulated time, he will deliver the product. So all the contracts are which is not necessary to have on documentation. Oral contracts also you can able to have it. Now we are seeing like car booking or train booking. In many ways, we are reserving our products, and relatively we are knowingly or unknowingly we are entering into the oral contracts. Sometimes what will happen? We are ordering the products, but we are not at all happy with the those products. Immediately we are refusing the product. But they would have mentioned very clearly if you want to refuse the product, you need to be obey the terms and conditions. After seeing the terms and conditions also, you are interested to buy the product. And then definitely what it will happen is if you want to cancel the product, you need to be obey the terms and conditions. You need to pay extra amount and whatever the terms were there. Relatively, you need to be obey. You need to be clarify those things. Now, these are the points I need to be discussed about today's class.